Hello, everyone. This is Flashy Gordy. I'm here with MIKE TOUTONGHI from Verus. And Mike, could you just shortly tell us what is your role on Verus?
Sure. Hi, Flashy. Thanks for having me on. I'm the community lead developer, and I mostly work on developing code.
Hmm?
I spend time on the Discord, helping people out as well, and work with other devs to, help get them up to speed on different things, and work with people generally across the community.
Sounds perfect. And what would you say for somebody who don't know Verus? How would you quickly describe the Verus project?
Verus is actually it's one of the more advanced coins that exists today. It's got the latest state-of-the-art zero knowledge privacy technology. It's got a 51% hash attack provable immunity in its proof of power algorithm, which is a combination of proof of work and proof of stake. It has a multi-coin wallet, and actually, I think we're going to talk about a new mobile wallet that's going to be coming out. But that multi-coin wallet supports Komodo family coins, as well as Bitcoin and Zcash and other coins, as well as Verus. And we developed recently a hash algorithm. We had FPGA. Well, our original algorithm was also one that we developed, and then we had an FPGA developed for it, and people were doing some, not so nice secret mining on the network, and so we upgraded the algorithm in an effort to make sure that people who are mining Verus across different kinds of hardware can still legitimately mine while recognizing that there will be FPGAs, they exist, and people who want to invest in those should be able to invest in those also in mine. So it's all of this technology and security, and it's backed up even by delayed proof of work on top of all that from Komodo. But it's a platform, and we're working towards a vision of enabling really thousands of chains to run in what we call public blockchains as a service that are run by the Verus network, so that miners and stakers and nodes on the Verus network actually provide services that launch and power all sorts of different blockchains for different purposes and applications.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And right now, I just want to get a little bit into some recent developments you had, because I know that you have a few launches coming up. One is that you're launching a payment solution.
That's right.
Yeah, can you tell us a bit more about this?
Sure. Yeah. So this was something developed by another community member, and basically what he's done is he's made it super simple to it starts as a WooCommerce plugin, but it could be adapted to all sorts of other e-commerce stores. But WooCommerce, as one of the most popular stores on the internet, was kind of an obvious first target. So what it does is it eliminates the middleman completely. You can plug this in as one of your payment options on your web store, and it will generate QR code invoices that actually we also have a mobile Verus mobile coming out that will support that. It will keep track of the price of Verus, so you can say, if people pay in Verus, I want to have a discount, or if people pay in Verus, I want to have a little bit of a premium, on prices. And what it will do is it'll go out to the data services, and it'll figure out the current price of Verus. And you say if you want it in euros, you want to say, I want this many euros for it, or I want this many dollars for it. It'll convert that to Verus. It'll give a time for the person to pay that you can set as the web store owner. And one of the really first time ever available and unique things about it is you can sell through your web store, and people can pay to private zero knowledge private addresses, or they can pay from zero knowledge private addresses. So it basically gives you now both security, because you're never giving away your keys. There's no third party involved. You know, you get the security of being able to control all of your finances and say, you know, here's the Verus that I'm sending you. And you now also, for the first time in any payment solution that we're aware of for a blockchain kind of payment with no one in the middle, you get the privacy of zero knowledge proofs.
So you get the privacy from zero knowledge, and sapling is also integrated.
It's zero knowledge. Okay, so zero knowledge proofs, the latest and greatest zero knowledge proofs are sapling.
Exactly, yeah. So that's really beautiful, and I guess from that, then you get the digital coins, and you get some of the privacy back from cash, and this kind of stuff, which I love, you know. So that's very beautiful. Okay, Mike, let me just ask you this: now that you have your payment solution coming out, and you have it integrated with the mobile wallet, all this stuff, how is the payment solution actually gonna work?
Well, you know, if you think about just web online commerce, you can go to a web store, you can use your shopping cart. This is integrated with WooCommerce, which powers about 42% of all online stores. So you go in and you select what you're going to buy. Can work, you know, with downloaded content, can work with something that gets shipped to you. And when you go to your checkout, it's just one of the payment options. You just select Verus, and you can the vendor can decide if you have the option of private payment or public payment, and so you can then pay. You decide, you know, you check out, you click Verus, you pay. It pops up a QR code. If you've got your mobile, your Verus mobile app, you just snap the QR code and, you know, verify that it's okay and click send. And then what it does is it's gonna look for that blockchain transaction. And when that blockchain transaction happens, then it's going to say, got your send. And as soon as it's confirmed, the merchant has that money in their account, and, you know, that you can download whatever it is, if it's downloadable content, or they'll ship out, you know, something to you. There's actually, there's one merchant that, as we launch this, is going to make cars available for sale through Verus. Actually,
I heard about that. Yeah, but that's like a real merchant, like a real shop where he's selling cars.
It's a real car dealership that, you know, he's interested in what's going on in Verus, and he's going to actually make it possible for people to buy their cars with Verus through this payment solution.
That's true, yeah. And like for him, he would be able to have like let's say an iPad in the shop, and people could come in and they could pay with the Verus through the QR codes, all this stuff. And then I guess he would use some incentives, like give some discount if people are using Verus to pay with. Is that correct?
I mean, actually, the fact is, so if somebody offers a discount, that's an option, and people can offer a discount. People could offer. It's an option in the WooCommerce store. People could actually offer to buy in Verus, and they could charge a little premium. It's kind of up to the store owner how they want to.
Yeah. And how do you see regarding this payment solution? Now it's being launched, and possibly it's going to be used a lot of places. But that also depends on like the adoption of Verus, of course, as the coin. Where do you see that moving in the future? How do you think it's going to evolve with the payment solution?
You know, we take this, it's all step by step. We've just step by step made things stronger, solved, you know, industry problems, the proof of stake challenges we solved, the algorithm challenges we solved. Now we've gotten all of this foundation in place, and now we're moving up. And so payment solution, you know, mobile wallet, that really integrates with the invoicing. You can do person-to-person payments on the mobile phone, you know, with the QR codes. You can do e-commerce. And we're really getting all of the foundation in place, making sure that people know about this as we do it. And that's going to increase usage. But we see this as, you know, it's a long haul. It's a matter of, you know, we provide the best experience for making this work. We provide a simple way for, you know, when I was looking, one of my past companies, I had developed 3D printing material for printing electronics, and we were actually selling this 3D printing material for printing electronics. And I thought, you know, I'd love to take Bitcoin or Ethereum or cryptocurrency. And the truth is, it's not super simple to just put together a web store, start taking cryptocurrency without the same kind of clearinghouses and payment gateways that take a fee. So what we really felt is time to give all of that power back to the store owners and make it possible for them to do this. And so usage and adoption is going to be, we create these solutions, more people can use it. It's more people sell things with Verus, more people get Verus to make it easy to have that private transaction. Then we come out with our next generation public blockchains as a service, and all of this infrastructure is in place. So applications that use public blockchains as a service now can use all the payment systems, can use all the mobile experiences, and so it's building the foundation and then building the pieces. And we're more about like building and then coming out and telling, okay, we got this solution now ready to go.
It's already here.
Use it. We do talk about what we're doing, but as it's coming along, as people need to know and get ready for it, but we try not to do too much selling of the future.
That's a good idea. And that's also one of the things I like about the project. So basically now, the way you're telling it, you've just been building the foundation. You've been trying to solve some stuff about the miners.
Our success rate's been pretty good.
Okay, you solved it. Let's keep it like that. You solved the stuff about how the miners are working on the network, security, privacy, all this kind of stuff. Now you're coming with payment solutions. So you're reaching for more adoption and also making it easier to integrate into the on-chains that are coming with the PBAAS. And I know with this PBAAS, we were talking a lot about it yesterday. It's blockchains as services, like IBM is doing with Hyperledger and all these kind of other people doing. But you're doing the public blockchains as a service.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
big difference, really. Actually.
Yeah. And I know you're really excited about that. And you told me some stuff yesterday that we can't really talk about, but I know there's a lot of stuff coming through this. But just for everybody watching, because not everybody has been introduced to this public blockchains as a service, because you're actually the first ones coming with it. Can you just explain to people briefly why this public blockchains as a service is such a good and good new thing that's coming out now with Verus?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's something I really. So first, I want to say, it's not just that we can't talk about these other things. It's that what I'd really like to do is finish, the technology in some areas before like we can talk about auto chains. That's in the vision paper. We can talk about public blockchains as a service, but there are some really exciting. I might call them stretch goals that I'm working on, and I think they're looking really good. So rather than come out and get everybody's super excited about all those, I'd rather build them. So public blockchains as a service, if you really think about, there's this emerging market, emerging kind of concept of BAS, chain as a service, and more companies are getting into it, Amazon and Microsoft, and you can think of PBAAS to BAS as Bitcoin is to banking, So,
and I understand that now because we talked yesterday. But for everybody who's watching, I just want to make it a little bit more clear because I didn't understand it the first time you said it actually.
All right.
But the way I understood it, then you can correct me if I'm wrong. The way I understood it, because I'm stupid, BAS is when a company is providing a service that you can go to them and pay to launch a blockchain service with them, like with IBM, with Hyperledger, whatever. What you are doing is that you are also providing the same service. You're providing the blockchain as a service, and different people and projects can come and get it. But it's public, so there's really nobody who's really controlling it. There's no central point of a company that you have to pay ongoing costs to and blah blah all this kind of stuff. is actually decentralized. It's offering blockchains in a decentralized manner. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about it. If you want to bring up so polls and elections is one of the applications that we described as an early application that we'll be building.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring up a blockchain to run a poll today, you're going to go to some blockchain experts, or you're going to go to some blockchain as a service offering, and you're going to create your account, and you're going to provision machines to run different parts of it, and you're going to have experts working on it in one way or another, kind of bringing it all together so that when you're all done, you got blockchain running, and you can run a poll on it, or you can run an election on it. Well, with public blockchains as a service, you post a transaction on the Verus blockchain saying, basically, I need this. And the Verus miners and stakers and people who have Verus nodes are all able to make your needs, your blockchain live. So they basically put in the same kind of power as they're putting in to make Verus run. But, we have a worldwide network mining and staking, and we've worked hard to, work on decentralizing. And so you've got this worldwide network. All of a sudden, they might actually be running some of their machines on Amazon. They might be running some of their machines on Google. They might be running some of their machines on Microsoft, or they might be running their machines, in their own garage or in their home, but they're all protected by the cryptographic algorithms that cover, blockchain security that we've laid that foundation with. So they mine, they stake, the software sees your offer, your blockchain becomes, comes up and comes alive. They earn some amount of Verus for making your blockchain live. So you run your poll. It's done. All the results come back down. You can notarize those results, and you have an application that can actually start up, 1,000 blockchains for 1,000 different polls. And it's all automatic. That's why we call them auto chains. And it's all decentralized done by PBAAS, Public Blockchains as a Service. And the fact is, to do all that, for each poll, you didn't really need to bring in a bunch of experts to make it all happen, because the protocols make it happen through all the people on the network who are ready.
So it's also, and you're also keeping the right prices from the market by having the competition between the miners and the nodes inside the Verus platform, actually.
Exactly. So I could tell you something about, like one part of it, for example, a little more detail. So if you're a miner and you see that there are different chains that, people have put Verus into, and you can earn Verus by mining now different chains, well, the Verus system will allow you in the first release of PBAAS to choose up to 8 other different chains, and every miner can choose a different 8 out of, thousands of chains that might be offered. And so basically it's like a marketplace of, chains that want to have mining happen so that they're running automatically without having to provision all of their infrastructure. Their infrastructure to do all that is the Verus network. And then the miners are basically, you could almost in some way think of the Verus blockchain as a big mining calculator, and you can do, 9 different blockchains, including Verus, all at once as a miner. And all of a sudden the idea that, we really care about decentralization. We really care about miners around the world being able to use their CPUs or their GPUs or even FPGAs. It really kind of makes more sense when you think about it that way.
That's really good. And I think if you're watching out there, really try to wrap your mind around this one, because it's really interesting, this setup you have. Okay, Mike. So now we got a really nice introduction to PBAAS here. We talked a little bit about that. And we know that it ties in with the payment solution that you're just launching. But how does it tie in with the mobile wallet? What's the connection here?
So actually, we're calling the mobile wallet, we're calling it Verus Mobile, because it isn't really just a wallet. It's we see it as like distributed application or a decentralized application browser, actually. And, wallet is an application that most blockchains have. So, so actually for PBAAS chains, we're going to be able to add new blockchains to the mobile wallet with a QR code, for example. And that QR code will be able to bring, right, it's kind of interesting.
That sounds
and
crazy.
that QR code would be able to bring along with it, there could be applications that different blockchains might have that wouldn't just be the wallet. And so the wallet, just this first Verus Mobile, yes, it focuses on wallet as an app, and it makes it easy to send money between people, and it makes it easy to point at the QR code generated by the payment system and know what coin you're supposed to pay in and how much, and invoice ID, what it's for, these kinds of things. But later it's going to be much more than that, and it's not, it's a brand new application that we've made. Okay. And it's not like it's different from other mobile wallets in, for example, the Komodo ecosystem or other multi-coin mobile wallets. And we've written it in React Native. It's got a really nice, we think, really moving towards mass market kind of user interface. And our goal is to make this something that when PBAAS comes out, it'll just blend right in and be part of that whole system, and you'll be able to have mobile PBAAS experiences.
But what did you say? I would just want to get into that. You said launching a blockchain through the wallet on a QR code. Did you say that?
So the basic idea is that this wallet, not in this first release, but when PBAAS launches, you're going to be able to create an app, a PBAAS application or a blockchain, and add that to someone's mobile wallet with a QR code. So they'll be able to point at the QR code, and now they've got that blockchain with all of its applications, whatever those might be, in their wallet. So,
that's really that's mind blowing. I'm not gonna touch that anymore. That sounds really
that's a little bit that is in the future. It's not
that sounds
it's when PBAAS comes out, and like I said.
And when is PBAAS coming out? Can you say any timeline?
So we really focus on building, and I can say that we're talking in terms of months. I can say that.
Months.
So it's something that I work on every day.
Did you say months? Did you say months?
Months, not years.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's something that I work on every day. It's the way that we're implementing the capabilities. I understand. It's never been done before, but we have the algorithms in place. I'm working on actually building it right now. So because a lot of the things that we've done, they weren't done before. When something has still some unknowns because there isn't an example of it being completed. I mean, that's kind of been what we've done all along the way. Then I think it's better to just work on it. You know what you need to do. Just work to build it, and then as you see, all right, I got it complete. It's basically working. I got all the pieces in place. It's working. Now I know, a good ability to estimate. It could be out in a month after you get to that point. But up to that point, I just really like right now to stick to. We're talking about months, not years.
That's the timeline.
And once we get to that release, then we move on to the next phase, and we start. Actually, there is some stuff that there definitely are people as we're working on this who have approached us and are now very excited to roll out PBAAS use cases. And I can't talk about other people's plans. I'll help people if they're interested in using PBAAS, but my time is really limited right now because we have to have it all working.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And when we finish that, then we go to the next step, which is the polls and elections applications for PBAAS.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And that's the next step after you roll out PBAAS.
After we roll out PBAAS, then like the Verus vision and what we'll be doing will be to move on to the next applications, these fundamental applications, public blockchain applications for society that we have in the vision paper. But the fact is, PBAAS is already quite interesting for corporate scenarios and for different use cases that because once PBAAS is available, lots of people will be able to use it.
Yeah. So
their own use cases, their own projects related to it. Yeah. And so while we're not out trying to get people yet because we want to get PBAAS itself finished before we really go out and try to get people to build on it along with us.
Yeah.
We've already had people approach us because they've read about it, they've heard about it, and so there are some,
there's some interest.
Things that talk about just because of it's their project, their confidentiality. Yeah. But pretty exciting. We expect some use cases beyond the ones that we describe, and expect the people building on the Verus platform to really grow once we release PBAAS.
Yeah. So once you release it, might end up being so busy maintaining it and helping out the guys who want to build on it, whoever they are, and so on. I could imagine. Can you see that scenario, or am I just theorizing?
We're a big community. That's the nice thing about it. It's a community coin, and we've actually got we've got now multiple people in the community who basically devote full time, many times more, oftentimes more, to building towards the Verus vision. And the foundation supports people who come in and have the talent to help and can really drive moving towards the Verus vision. So if we get busy, if Verus, the community gets busy, then it grows and it grows and as a community project, I mean, if people want to come and build systems on PBAAS, when PBAAS is released, they are the people who should bring or support experts to help them do that. And of course, we're always going to do what we can to help everybody make progress.
So all in all, you've really worked on building the basic layers, making everything work. Now, soon you're going for the big launch as a platform, and you already had some interest, I know, and I know we can talk about it. And it's just, it must be like interesting time for you coming up. I know you're also just busy and having your head in the coding, but you can kind of smell the coffee. Am I right?
It's part of the challenge. Is like when you get excited about something, you can spend your time being excited about it and talking all about these future things. I really feel like if I do that too much, I need to take that energy and I need to put it into building those things so that I really then can have that thing to be excited about.
I see what you mean.
In real life,
It's like, I see what you mean, but it's very interesting. And Mike, I was very happy that you took the time to talk with me here today. I'm really interested in Verus, and I've really enjoyed talking to you both yesterday and today, actually. And I'm happy to see the project evolve. Congratulations with your new launches here that's coming out now. And also good luck in the future.
Thanks, Flashy.
Thanks
for having me on. Appreciate it.
You too. And I hope we can talk later. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Have a good one, Mark. Nice to see you.
You too.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.